Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the world around you fade. Together, we will journey to a realm where myths come alive and mysteries whisper their secrets. This is your moment to pause, to wonder, and to escape. The sacred grave of Artemis, a place of peace and solitude. The goddess of the wild. Artemis, the daughter of Zeus and Leto, is one of the most powerful and revered goddesses in Greek mythology. She is known as the goddess of the hunt, wild animals, and the moon. Often depicted with her bow and quiver, Artemis is a fierce protector of the wilderness and creatures that inhabit it. But behind her sharp eyes and strong stance lies a deep connection to the natural world. A love for the tranquil beauty of the forests, rivers, and skies that many overlook. Artemis was not just a warrior goddess, she was also a goddess of peace in nature. She understood the delicate balance between life and death, the stillness between moments of chaos, and the healing power of solitude. It is in her sacred groves, hidden deep within the forests, where Artemis would retreat to restore her spirit, far from the burdens of the world. The Grove of Serenity, a hidden sanctuary. Far from the busy cities of ancient Greece, in a forest untouched by human hands, there exists a grove, a haven of peace, hidden deep within the earth. This grove, sacred to Artemis, was a place few mortals had ever seen. It was not a grove of grandiosity or attention-seeking beauty. Rather, it was a quiet, serene space where the wind whispered softly through the leaves, and the sun filtered through the branches in dappled light. The trees in this grove were ancient, their trunks thick and sturdy, their roots buried deep into the earth, ensuring their stability. The air in the grove was always cool and calm, filled with the scent of blooming wildflowers and the earthy fragrance of moss and leaves. The songs of the birds could always be heard, their melodies soft and soothing as they flitted from branch to branch or glided through the clear skies above. No mortal dared enter this sacred space, as Artemis protected it fiercely. It was said that the grove had magic of its own, a peace that soothed even the most troubled hearts and healed the wearied soul. It was here, away from the demands of the gods and the mortal realm, that Artemis could be herself, free from the expectations placed upon her as the goddess of the hunt. The ritual of retreat, seeking solitude. After a long day of hunting, protecting her followers, or tending the needs of her sacred creatures, Artemis would often seek solace in her grove. The journey to the grove was one she took alone, as her independence was as important to her as her devotion to nature. As she walked through the dense forest, her footsteps light and silent, the world around her seemed to hold its breath. The birds, which normally called to one another, fell into a hush as Artemis entered their domain. The trees bowed slightly, their branches swaying in respectful greeting, and the flowers seemed to bloom brighter in her presence. Artemis would step into the heart of the grove, her senses filled with the familiar calming sense of nature. She would pause for a moment, taking in the tranquility around her before she found her favourite spot beneath an ancient oak tree. This oak, gnarled and wise, had stood in the grove for centuries. Its roots spread deep into the earth, making it a symbol of stability and strength, just as Artemis herself was. Here, Artemis would sit and let the calm of the grove wash over her. The silence of the space was not empty. It was filled with the hum of life, the quiet rhythm of the natural world that had never been disturbed. Birds perched in the trees above, their wings fluttering gently, while the leaves of the oak whispered softly in the wind. Artemis could feel the pulse of the earth beneath her, a steady heartbeat that seemed to echo in her very soul. The healing power of the grove. Though Artemis was a goddess of strength and independence, there were moments when even she needed respite from the burdens she carried. The weight of protecting both mortals and gods, tending to her huntresses, and ensuring the balance of nature could be overwhelming. It was during these moments that Artemis would retreat to her grove, where no one could disturb her. The grove was a place where time seemed to slow. There, Artemis could let go of her duties and simply be. It was in these moments of solitude that she found healing. The grove was not only a place of peace, but also of sanctuary, where Artemis could reconnect with the natural world and restore her inner strength. As she sat beneath the oak tree, Artemis would close her eyes and listen to the symphony of nature around her. The wind whispered through the leaves, the birds sang their songs, and the earth seemed to hum beneath her. Every sound, every scent, every moment felt like a reminder that she was part of something larger than herself, a force of nature in tune with the world. The animals of the grove, her sacred companions. Artemis's grove was also home to many of her sacred creatures. Birds flew freely through the trees, their wings like brushstrokes in the air. The creatures of the forest, deer, rabbits, foxes, roamed through the grove without fear, as they knew Artemis would never harm them. She was their protector, just as they were her companions. Each bird that fluttered near Artemis was a reminder of her connection to all living beings. Some birds were said to be particularly close to Artemis, such as the nightingale, a bird known for its hauntingly beautiful song, and the swan, which was often associated with her serene, peaceful nature. One of Artemis's favourite moments in the grove was when she would watch the birds in flight. Their wings fluttering in the breeze was a gentle reminder that peace came not from stillness, but from the harmony of movement and silence in balance. The birds would sing their songs, creating a melody that brought even more peace to her heart. The gift of the grove, finding inner peace. The sacred grove of Artemis was a place of profound beauty, not just for its natural wonders, but also for the peace it provided to those who entered it. Artemis's grove was a reminder that rest, reflection, and reconnection with nature were essential to the balance of life. For Artemis, The grove was a sanctuary where she could release her worries and simply exist. There she could find clarity in the stillness of the forest and strength in the simplicity of the birds' songs. It was in this quiet refuge that Artemis would recharge, ready to return to the world of gods and mortals, carrying with her the calm energy of the grove. In time, the sacred grove became a symbol of peace for her followers. Many who sought healing or solace would come to the edge of the forest, hoping to catch a glimpse of the goddess, or simply to experience the tranquility of the place. The grove, though sacred to Artemis, offered its peace to all who respected its stillness. The Eternal Sanctuary. The sacred grove of Artemis remains a timeless place in Greek mythology, an eternal symbol of the peace that nature can offer to those who seek it. It is a place where one can escape from the noise of the world and to reconnect with the rhythm of life. Just as Artemis found solace there, so too can we find peace in the quiet beauty of nature. Whether through the songs of birds, the rustling of leaves, or the simple act of pausing to breathe. In every grove, every forest, and every flower that blooms, there is a piece of Artemis's peace. And for those who need it, the sacred grove of Artemis will always be waiting, a place of solace, a place of healing. As the whispers of myth fade into the stillness, carry their magic with you into the world. Until we meet again, may your spirit wander, and may your days be filled with wonder. Thank you for listening to Whispering Myth. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, be sure to subscribe to Whispering Myth. That way, you won't miss out on any of the magical tales that I share. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. Thank you for listening, and until we meet again, may the whispers of myth guide your dreams.